First of all, I want to thank the teacher. I want to thank Logan. And then I want to tell y'all, why don't y'all give yourselves a round of applause, man, for being here. How about that? Okay, I got a few things I'm going to cover. Let me tell you something about me. One of the reasons he called me up here to speak, I'm 52 years old, believe it or not. Graduated from high school, went to the service. I stopped on my motivation from there. One of the reasons is because I made some poor decisions. I went on a whirlwind. I got tired of, I got lazy with making money. I didn't want to wait till the end of the month or the end of the week. Started making some poor decisions. I made the craziest ideal in my head that I could make $1 out of 15 cents. And I came up 85 cents short. I'm a two-time offender. I've been in prison every bit of 14 years in the feds for making poor decisions. One of the worst decisions I made was not giving my all in high school. I didn't utilize the trade classes, the co-op classes they had back in the 80s. I went to school from 81 to 85, graduated in 85. But I didn't utilize these services, these skills that they're offering now. So I'm gonna suggest that you all utilize this time that you have here, educate yourself as much as you can in school, and educate yourself away from school. When I say that, I mean life education, okay? If you got men in your family that are not productive, then you know what? Look outside of your family to attain some man that is being productive. Because while I was in prison, something I noticed. I'm in a cell, first of all, I'm in a unit with 22 other men the first day of education. They asked all of us, by show of hands, tell me how many men in here have graduated from high school or have a GED. This white guy raised his hand real slow. And then I raised my hand real slow. She said, y'all two gonna be my tutors to make everybody else in the room get their GED and get their high school diploma. Now let me tell you the age group of these men. 35, 40, 45, and some 50. With what? No high school diploma, no GED, none of that. So I came up with this logic. It took us 4 or 5 years to get 100 men their GEDs while we was in prison. But I came up with this logic. The least educated and the least motivated will end up being the most incarcerated. Let me say this again. I don't think y'all heard me. The least educated and the least motivated will end up being the most incarcerated. Can somebody tell me why? Anybody. This is an interaction group. I like somebody to talk back to me. So let me get an answer.
Because they can't get no job, so they start robbing.
And then before that, they didn't have any education, right? And then the lack of motivation to take a trade, take a skill, or get with someone that was motivating them to be successful. They still want to get that bag, right? Because I hear a lot of young people saying, I'm going to get that bag. Okay, well, how? You quit school, you don't want to trade, you don't want to learn any new skill, so how the heck you going to get that bag? You going to do what? You're going to hustle or do something, which is going to land you where? Because everybody ain't lucky. I know a dude been shot 4 times, and guess what? He's still doing the same thing. You think you're lucky? No, your chance is going to wear real thin, real quick. I'm not gambling with God. I've been shot twice, stabbed, I've been to prison twice. Guess what? I'm officially done with the game. My game is over. I done unplugged the outlet. I don't want no plug. The only plug I got now is the man upstairs. That's who I'm connected with. But let me tell you, bag this thing up. I come from a single household, single parent household. It's just my mother. So there wasn't men around to mentor me and all that. So one of my poor decisions was looking at a mentor in the street. Big mistake. So the guy who sold the weed, that was my mentor. Okay? And all the negative things that he did, I picked up some of those negative habits. And that's what led me during my lifestyle to do those things. Let me tell you the first thing that God gave man. Can somebody tell me? The first thing he gave us. Huh?
Hands.
Say what? Go ahead, say it, brother.
I was gonna say hands.
Hands? No, before he gave us hands, he gave us what?
White brain.
He gave us responsibility. That's the first thing he gave us. And for some reason, we had trouble with that. So what did he do? He gave us Eve to help us out, to be the backbone, to be the structure behind the structure. How many, somebody spell success for me? Real quick. Let's say how many S's in success?
3. 2.
Okay, I got 5 in mind. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to break them down. The first S in success is strategy. Can y'all agree you're going to need some sort of strategy in order to be successful, right? You got to sit down and put a plan together, have an idea, write it on paper, go over it, run it by somebody that's already successful or motivated to be successful. After that, you're going to need what? Some structure. You got to have some structure if you're going to be successful. And then if your strategy and your structure fail, you're going to need what? Some solutions. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now, when your strategy and your structure fail, and some of your solutions are not that productive, you're going to go through a process that's going to be struggle. That's the other S that I have in success. I don't know anybody that's had it good from the cradle to where they at now. Because nobody is perfect. And the last final one for the S is some sort of spirituality, man. You got to be in tune with somebody. You got to have a greater power. So you're going to need strategy, structure, solutions, spirituality, and you're going to go through some struggles. Can anybody disagree with that?
No.
I talked to 2,000 students over the course of 5 years. 50% of the high school students that have failed their first year is because their junior and senior year in high school, they didn't get properly prepared. Now, everyone says proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? Okay, how do you get properly prepared? How do you prepare for this new life after you get your diploma or get your GED, you get a certificate, everybody pats you on the back, and you walk out the door and you're like, man, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? People have to start preparing now. I know some 16-year-olds I talk to on a regular, and I said, what you gonna do after you graduate from high school? You getting out next year or a year or two? He said, I don't know. Bruh. You ain't got that long to figure it out. You still struggling with your buddies and hanging out. If you don't come up with a strategy, they gonna come up with a strategy for you. And then most times, everybody in your group ain't motivated. Everybody in your group ain't graduating. Everybody in your group don't want to be successful. So before that, one person started,
Staff, the manual bus has just
one
arrived.
person in the group caused a virus in the whole group. So they last 2 years, they didn't take it serious, kind of like myself too. Man, y'all doing a huge thing right here. There's some guys that left these sort of trades and went over to CAT and Komatsu, and then, you know, they were doing everything they were supposed to do on the machines, and they was learning everything they were supposed to learn. A couple of them went back and got a little college, and they were able to excel into management. So now you managing assistant guys as they do the job you started on. They didn't do it right away, but they realized, okay, I can make 25 an hour by being an operator. Or I can make 35 an hour managing machine operators. Imagine that. So they took some classes, signed up, took some ICC classes, took some classes in the evening, did some classes online, and they were able to accumulate enough education to bid for the job with other people that have actually sat and went to school and all that other stuff at the same time. So you have to think outside the box and be comfortable with doing that. Because like I said, everybody in your group is not wanting to be successful. I talked to some young men, they say they're going to be YouTubers. Doing what? What they give you, $1 for every 1,000? Or a penny for everybody that hit like on your thing? Is that a career? They making real money like that? Somebody answer that for me. Anybody know anything about YouTube?
No.
You know something about it? Okay, is that like $1 million scheme or something?
Sometimes.
It definitely can be.
Okay.
It's probably like being a professional
But
athlete.
is everybody doing it though? I mean, is this like the thing that like, it's about, what, 100 billionaires in Peoria is doing it?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking, because if that's the case, then I can stop talking, I can go YouTube too. If that's what it is, show me the game. So look here, I talked to, I go down to the state work release and volunteer, and I talk to some people that have been incarcerated before, like myself. And on a serious note, the reason why they say they fail is because they quit in school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they quit, man. They either they quit or when they graduated, they didn't have any plans after that. And let me tell you something. Down on the South, I love the South End. I was born on 2121 West Highway. The guys down there, currently, 25% of the men over the age of 25 have less than an 8th grade education. The crime rate is high because of the lack of success in school and then the lack of motivation after school or to even finish.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it. If you ain't took the time to finish school, what are you going to take the time to do? School is free. You can do it here or you can do it in there. I'm in the cell, man. Blew my mind. I'm in the joint. I'm in a cell with a 41-year-old millionaire from Chicago. He had 11 blocks that he managed. The man got caught with $1.3 million cash, and he said that was his petty fund. You feel me? The man was rich. So we're in a cell. About 4 weeks go by. I'm writing my family. He watching me write my family. He's stacking his letters in the corner. He getting a lot of mail. You know, he a millionaire, excuse me. He a dope boy. So about 4 weeks go by. I didn't got to know him, so I asked him a question. Hey, Fred, why you stacking them letters over in the corner like that, bro? I mean, what, you competing? You counting? What's up? He said, no, man, I need to holler at you about something. I said, what's up? He said, I see you writing your family, they write you, and y'all corresponding. You think you can show me how to read and write? I can't read and write that good. I said, hold on, bro. Are you serious? He said, yeah, I'll pay you. He said, bro, I quit going to school when I was 11, man. I was at $250,000 by 15. He said, I had a whole block at the age of 16. Now he had 11, and that's when he got jammed up. So check this out. For 30 years, he didn't do no school. It all started at 11. Now, the money he enjoyed and time and kicking it and the ladies and all that other stuff and all that, to me, was irrelevant. He made all that money, and guess what? He didn't have the intelligence to know what to do with it. I ain't condoning drug sales. I'm just saying it all boils down to education.
Mhm.
When he told me that he quit school at 11, man, something here just was like, wow. I couldn't imagine what the heck I'm gonna do at 11 and I ain't going to school. What else is there to do? Tell me what else you gonna do at 11. You ain't going to school. Play the game and stay at home. Great idea for an educated person. That ain't the best solution, man. We get caught up in them games, and some people be living in them games and try to make those games a reality.
Mhm.
See, we play with guns so much on the game, we think it's a game when we get it. That's why you hear about a lot of people shooting each other playing. They got a gun, there's 2 or 3 of them, they playing, right? Hey, let me play, let me do that. Bah! Somebody shot. Oh, we was just playing. Find something else to play with, man. Life is so serious. Because I'm telling you, when you get desperate, you're going to make a bad move. I seen 4 kids on the south end at churches, man. It touched my heart. It's an 11-year-old in there with 3 little brothers. It looked like they having a rough time, man. The 11-year-old told the 3 little brothers, y'all sit down. I'll be right back. I'm going to get us some money. We're going to eat today. Little dude had the look on his face like I'm finna go do whatever to get this money because I'm finna feed my little brothers. So it touched me. I stopped him before he left out of there because you know what? I don't know what the little man was finna go do. And when you get desperate, you don't know what you gonna do.
Mhm.
If you hungry and you ain't got no job, you ain't educated, and you not motivated to do nothing, crime is your next result. So before a little man can get out of there, I fed all 4 of them and gave him a 20. Here, use this for tomorrow if you ain't got nothing to eat. But I'm telling you, man, it starts right here. It starts right here. It's guys I've been to school with when I was y'all age, and I've been keeping track of them. I'm 52. I knew 11 guys I got close to as I was coming up. All right? 7 of them dead, 3 of them in the joint, and 1 of them got a job at Caterpillar. Everybody chose different lives to lead, man, but it started in school. If you think this is a joke, look around. I don't know any millionaires that own Fortune 500 companies that's running around killing people. Do you know anybody that's rich that's running around killing people? It just don't happen. It starts with school, and it starts with your education away from school. Even your friends outside of school, if they ain't motivated, sometimes you gotta do this, bro. Hey, man, I'ma holler at y'all.
Mhm.
I got 3 little 13-year-olds. 2 of them on the leg monitor. They get out of JDC. I'm trying to mentor them. They don't make it to my group. I hear about them taking a car, finding a pistol, going over in Galesburg on some other stuff, so they get jammed up. They didn't make it to my group, so when I go out to the jail, I see them again, they dropping their head. I'm like, man, what is it that you want to do, man? Tell me what you got out of stealing that car. We had fun. So it's fun going back and forth to jail. We have to make a decision. We want to have fun as a youngster and do things that's going to jeopardize our freedom and our life, or we want to stay in reality and grind now and shine later.
Right.
You grind now while you're in school. Man, life is so serious. I wish I could just turn everything back in my life and start over to 15. I'm 52, man. I got 2 brothers. Do you know how hard it is to get a good job?
Mm-hmm.
What? They're like, you graduate? Yeah, what you do after that? It's a whole blank space. I put a UH and a question mark on there. Shit, man. See, what happened was, you see what I'm saying? So now I got to give them a story. to convince them I'm ready for this job. It's tough, man. It's tough. And I ain't gonna talk to y'all all day, but you gotta understand it's about preparation. Right now you're preparing for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. If you don't know what you want to do starting tomorrow, then starting tonight you need to start writing down what it is you want to do. If you don't have a year or two goal, then guess what? Keep it real simple, bruh. Start with 30 days. What do I want to do the next 30 days? Okay, I'm 16, I don't have a license. This is what I want to do the next 30 days. If I don't know how to drive, I want to learn how to drive the next 30 days. I don't have a job, I want to learn how to fill out an application, learn how to do a resume, talk to my teacher about referring me for employment. Put a plan together. Write it down, man. The mind is cold-blooded if you use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold. Y'all hear about what's that, the 11-year-old, 12-year-old boy? Or it's a girl, came up with her own, she came up with her own wing sauce. Her mom worked for her. She the CEO of her own company, and I think it was Buffalo Wild Wings was thinking about buying her brand. 11, 12 years old. But see, she started young. Somebody tell me what a purpose is. Because everybody got one. Everybody in this room got a purpose. Tell me what purpose is. Why you live. That's good. Somebody else. What's purpose? Okay, purpose to me, I broke it down. It's to an acronym. It's principles, utilizing, real plans, open-mindedly, strategically, and efficiently. Principles, utilizing, real plans. The plan, remember I told you, write it down. Principles, utilizing real plans, open-mindedly, strategically, and efficiently. When you lay down a plan, you're going to have distractions on either side. It's like you running a touchdown, man. And everybody on the sidelines talking about, stop, bro, stop. Drop the ball. Run. Time up. The clock off. You're running the wrong way. Keep going. And with that, I'm going to close, man. I appreciate y'all listening.